This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round 1.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Throws him down. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Still slugging it out here. The low is denied. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Opts for the throw. All right. Starts off zoning with fireball. Knockdown. Absorbs the attack and fires back. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 chases them down. In a dire, this stun might mean the end of this round. Besides, what a finish. Great read on the life gauge there. Player 2 on the boards first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Big throws. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Springs forward with the drive rush. That combo did decent damage. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Drive rush to keep it going. Knockdown and lays down a whoop, delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Player 1, burnout activation. Stacks up the dish. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Mix up. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Fires off a whirlwind. Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Jumps in. All in with a rush. Amazing. Lays down a whirlwind. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh, he's betting it all on the drive rush. Player 1 has got to work some magic with the drive. Noticeable burns out. Fix up. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Perfect use of the corner is rewarded with the win this round.
Nossa, eu fui tentar punir 2 vezes, eu também fui punificado, eu tô com mais de...
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Here's a Psycho Crusher. The air throw is smart, but out of reach. Anticipates the overhead. All right. Player 1 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Solid throw tech. Heading into the end game now, and the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Denies the low heavy. Throws them to negate the block. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Psycho Punisher hits them. Going in. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Lays down a whirlwind. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Goes for the jump-in. Oh, burnout trigger. A quick breather. Oh my god, what a throw tech! Fires off a whirlwind. In there! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Mas também não tinha vida, não.
Ooh, what a smart throw! The last round. It's now or never. That combo did decent damage. Scrapping it out up close. Whirlwind shot. Knew the throw was coming. Lays down a whirlwind. Doing some quick planning? Start contradicting to the face! This is gonna hurt! Getting up, all the throw connects. What's next? Drive rush. Throw is denied. Close forward rush. Blocks the drive reversal. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. What now? There's a burnout. All in with the rush. No hesitation or regret. Hit them with that head and that knife. Is it over? Will they survive? They are done. Player 2 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Too far for the throat, sets up with the
Caralho, o Chai não saiu com
took it to
barra.
the corner and a flat. Opts going in with double reverse. Down to the wire. Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Player, oh! Throws them to start the corner pressure. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Knee press nightmare hits him. Genius reading. Lays down a whirlwind. Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 has completely in there. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Checks them with the projectile. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Throws them. What's next? Takes a trip. Burnout activates. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. Oh no, they're stunned. Player 2, burnout triggered. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 2 just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinked. Charges forward. Player 1 can't hit them with the stopping block. Player 2 can't use any drive boost. Got him. Rock super hit. Super Rashid kick. Bro is aiming for max CPM here. Who's gonna burn out, but they may have a plan here.
Oh, gente, eu não confiei.
Player 1 faces the giant and walks away unscathed.
Caraca, ia pegar, é só mandar os...
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to going in with doubles reverse. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Trips them up. Perfect air-to-air. Air throw. Had their eye on the sky. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Oh! Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter, will this super art connect? They get the super art confirmed. How will this impact things? Player 1 is in a tight spot right now. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Left off a projectile to waste time. The quarter makes it hard to KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Can't tech the throw. Lays down a whirlwind. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan springs forward with the drive rush? Drive rush to keep it going. Psycho Crusher hits! They return to center stage. Both fighters planning something? Mo leaves them wide open. Scrapping it out up close. Jumps in. The throw missed.
Oh.
Easily escapes that throw attempt. Oh, could be the start of something. Fires off and charges forward. Jumps up. Activates his star to get some help on the field. Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? A real test of nerves here. Spits up. Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they
É
can
o
build themselves
sujo.
a streak.
Achei os nomes tá errados, hein?
Looks like they're both warmed up. Let's off the projectile to waste time. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Knockdown. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. They're really being worked over in the corner. Trips him up. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Gets a chance with that jump.
Caralho, com barra, velho.
Throw misses. This is the range
Ai,
where
não
things get messy.
confirmei.
Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Whiffs the throw. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fire.
Can we fight?
Knife lead opens up. They saw a path and they took it. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Sticks the jump in. Fires off a whirlwind. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Lays the hits him with a stopping block. Scores a counter hit with the OD mix. Both life and super hard gauges are not perfect KO. They were in full control. They really took it down to the wire.
Ai, meu Deus do
Somehow
céu.
manages to block the
Coitado.
jump in. Rashid making the chat go nuts with OD spinning mixer. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Sees them coming in.
Agora
grabs them.
pegou.
Lays on the pressure with the projectile. The drive impact whip. Are they ready to punish? Player 1 chases them down. Side switch with the back throw, looking for a chance to gain the upper hand. Knockdown. That drive impact is blocked. One chance here, make charges forward. Oh God, this is tense.
Nossa, que virada. Caralho.
Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Psycho Punisher hits them. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. We have a super art on deck. Expect to see way more pressure here. Blocks it.
Ah, de
That drive
novo.
impact
Tô
isn't going
esperando.
to work. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Nice block on the overhead. They must have a game. Oh my God, what a throw set!
Ai, boa. Ei.
Player 1 brings it home.
Vai.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? This is crucial. The opening round is about to begin. The grab misses. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Oh! Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Knockdown. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is
Uai,
just
não
about
bateu na
empty. Can they
parede?
recover or are they in
Bom.
trouble here?
Tá bom, fazer o quê?
Decides to meet them in the air. Snares them. Life lead opens up. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here.
Ai, ai, ai.
Double gets them.
Cê é louco.
Player 1
Entendi,
on
foi
the
nada
board
ali.
first with
Tá
a
bom.
win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Sticks the jump in. The throw missed. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Charges forward. What's the next move? Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They exchange blows. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player just
tomei.
goes for it at this range. From low heavy to anti-air in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Barely the overhead denied. Oh, says no to the impact. The match just started. It's anyone's game. But brushes that off and keeps going. Fires off a whirlwind. Oh, the throw connects. What now? Sets up with the jump in. Keeps him out. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Oh, now that's the punish. Okay, there's a burnout. Totsugeki to the face. They can't Rashid looking for something with the Sora. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Noticeable life lead. Genius read with that throw escape. Finds the space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? The low. Gets the counter hit and the win. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent delivers the pain right to their doorstep. The super armor does its job. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? What are they thinking here? Player 1 will be in the world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of time already. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Beautiful setup with that attack. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Goes for the super art. The super doesn't hit. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. One chance here may end this match. Player 2 springs forward with the drive rush. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do. That was a brutal crossover. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Doesn't miss a beat. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Goes off for the critical art. Out the gates and thumb it out to here. Not even the eye of the storm is changed. Okay, springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. They're back all in with a rush. Stun. They come flatline zone.
Caralho.
Was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws them to negate the block. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Trips them up. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Deftly shuts out the jumper. Opts for the throw. All right. Drive rush. Gets in their face. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. They break things off to take a quick breather. Let's off a projectile to waste time. Trying to read each other here? Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Sticks the jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen next? Uses the gauge for a super arm. Skewers up with Cycle Punisher and stacks up the damage. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Blocks it. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Both fighters planning something? Jumps in. The throw missed. Doesn't miss. Ooh, what a smart throw. What'll have drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 needs to take advantage. There's the ball splat. They can't do anything now. Connects with the throw. Both sides. Forward rush. Getting up close and person. There's a burnout. Player 2. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that?
Andou pra trás e tomou.
Around that it may not matter. It's gonna kill. No doubt about it. Closes it out.
Achei que você ia tentar fazer shin.
That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Both of them were ready for a close. Big low reaching heavy. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Long dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Tons of drive and health to work with. Who's it gonna be? All right. Big counter. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Does a good job of pushing back. Gets the jump in.
Caralho, sério,
Knife lead
capeta.
opens up.
Sério, velho.
Knockdown and... Hold your breath. Impact finish.
Nossa senhora! Ai, era, ia matar, velho.
Important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The jump in is denied. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Springs forward with the drive rush. Fires off a whirlwind. Jumps. Big counter. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Jumps up. Grabs and throws them away. Both drive rush to keep it going. Blocks it. Looking for a chance.
Ah, mandei o médio. Tá de brincadeira.
Barely blocks the jump in. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Going on the offensive. Starts with the reversal. Oh, blocks the cross up. Overhead attack. Ooh, you never know. Nothing stops this train. There's a drive impact. Player 1 needs to wait this out. Super. Show up on VAC and fighters get super. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. What's next? Getting a call on the drive rush. What a finish. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.